Straight ahead on OC News, Cal State Fullerton makes national news as protesters clash on campus. A second man is sought by the FBI in connection with the New York attack. We have the very latest.
Also, additional charges of sexual harassment in Hollywood. And in sports, we are about 20 minutes away from Game 7 of the World Series. Those stories and much more at OC News starting right now.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us today for OC News. I'm Cynthia Vargas-Ricio.
And I'm Ms. Monrea. OC News is brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton.
Milo Yiannopoulos' controversial appearance divides Cal State Fullerton campus. We turn now to OC News reporter Marissa O'Lead for the very latest.
Prior to Milo Yiannopoulos' controversial speech that took place on the Cal State Fullerton campus yesterday evening, the Students for Quality Education SQE hosted a unity block party in the Central Quad that focused on reminding students to remain peaceful during the event. Cal State Fullerton clubs that are for free speech and social justice had booths set for attendees to visit and several speakers in attendance as well. Following the unity block party, the event moved towards the Titan Student Union where Milo's speech took place, where protests and fights broke out. Campus security and police were on campus in hundreds, ensuring for everyone's safety. However, as a result of the protests and fights, 8 people were detained. For a closer look at what happened behind the scenes of Milo's Yiannopoulos event, Cassidy Jo Fortin has the details.
Today is Tuesday, October 31st, the day Milo Yiannopoulos is coming to Cal State Fullerton to give a speech hosted by the CSUF Republicans Club. Now, the day has already seen protests and unity block parties in response to Milo coming to campus, but OC News has an inside look of what is really going on. The CSUF Republicans wanted to bring Milo to Cal State Fullerton as a way to promote free speech on campus, although some opponents claim Milo's here to promote ideas of the alt-right agenda.
I think the alt-right movement is pretty irrelevant to what we're doing today because this is all about free speech and everyone gets a right to speak, especially on campus in the marketplace of ideas, so that's what we're here to do today.
Right now we are in the TSU pavilions where a sold-out crowd of 819 people is expected to watch Milo Yiannopoulos give his speech.
When it comes to oppressed minorities and marginalized groups, there is no tribe in America at greater risk of physical and existential risk than the campus conservative.
Milo's speech touched on a number of different topics, which left audience members cheering. Cal State Fullerton alum John Janik had this to say about Milo coming to CSUF.
Just absolutely proud of my alma mater that they took a stand and they allowed a speaker that has caused such a ruckus, I guess, even in Berkeley and things like that, to allow him to speak, and that they are taking the side of our rights.
Many attendees seem to agree that Milo gave an exceptional talk.
Yeah, all those crazy comments and jokes, regarding Weinstein and the other guy, what's his name, Wiener, and then Kevin Spacey, on spot, it was gold.
Upon exiting the TSU, it became apparent that some did not agree.
Milo Yiannopoulos event is over, but it does appear as if some riots have broken out. There was just a truth
The following routes of dispersal are available to the north.
It is now the day after the Milo Yiannopoulos event, and I'm standing on the Titan Walk where the riots were breaking out last night. According to reports, 8 people were arrested at the Cal State Fullerton campus. It seems today that everything is back to normal on campus, though. And with OC News, I'm Cassidy Jo Fortin.
That's going to do it for the latest on the Milo event. This is Marissa O'Lead. Back to the ladies at the desk.
The FBI announced that a second man wanted in connection with Tuesday's attack in Lower Manhattan that left 8 people dead has been located. Meanwhile, suspect Saifulo Saipo has been charged with federal terrorism offenses. The plan was carried out on Halloween because he believed there would be more people on the street, investigators said. The suspect had planned a bigger attack involving Brooklyn Bridge after the bike path attack, but was stopped after he struck the school bus and the truck became inoperable. CNN reporter Omar Jimenez has the latest updates on the attack.
This was the actions of a depraved coward.
Investigators say the suspect in the New York terror attack planned his deadly ride for a number of weeks and was inspired online by ISIS.
He appears to have followed almost exactly to a T the instructions that ISIS has put out in its social media channels before.
Police say he used a rented truck to plow into people on a bike path. He crashed into a school bus before being shot in the stomach by an NYPD officer and taken into custody.
I started walking in that direction to see what's going on, and I just see all types of police, firefighters, EMS just rushing to that area. 5 of the people killed were from Argentina, celebrating their 30th high school reunion. Another victim was from Belgium.
It was the definition of terrorism, an effort to take away people's hope and spirit and to make them change.
This is the deadliest terror attack in New York since 9/11, and it ended in the shadow of the World Trade Center.
My message to all New Yorkers is do what you do best. Be New Yorkers. Be strong, be proud, be resilient. Show the whole world right now that we will not be moved by terror.
In New York, I'm Omar Jimenez.
If you plan on filling up your gas tank today, you're in for a big surprise. California's gas tax increased as a result of funds needed to fix the state's roads and bridges. This tax increase is said to raise around $5.2 billion annually for the repairs. This 12 cents per gallon increase set in today and will surely bring up conversation between drivers. Well, thank goodness that I filled up today, Estrella.
Me too, because I knew it was going to happen, so I hope you guys did too. Now, coming up, the Dodgers and Astros battle it out in Game 7 of the World Series. Who else is excited? I know I am. Well, all the latest on the game and all things sports.
And it's November, and the weather in Southern California is finally cooling down. We'll take a look at the 5-day forecast when we come back.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be earthquake next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Last night was a great night for our Angelinos. Our Los Angeles Dodgers and Lakers were in action. Aaliyah, tell us a little bit more.
The 2017 baseball season all comes down to tonight. Game 7 of the World Series is officially underway. The Los Angeles Dodgers are currently playing the Houston Astros, both teams battling it out for the title of World Series champions. For the 4th time in 7 years, this fall classic has gotten to Game 7. Last night, the Dodgers pushed to the brink of elimination at Game 6 of the World Series, winning against the Astros 3-1. But a 7th game didn't seem very promising for more than half the game. Astros took the lead 1-0 in the 3rd inning on a solo home run by George Springer. But in the bottom of the 6th, the Dodgers finally scored a home run on Justin Verlander, tying the game 1-1. Shortly after that, the Dodgers took the lead for good.
A 1-2. Ziegler hits it into right. Back at the wall. It is caught up against. Tagging and scoring is Utley, and the Dodgers have their first Game 6 lead.
The final score was 3-1, evening out the World Series battle to 3 wins for the Astros and 3 wins for the Dodgers. We have reporter Jason Garline live at OG Sports Bar in Fullerton, anticipating Game 7 with the fans.
This bar is being filled up with baseball fans and Dodger fans alike. Los Angeles is playing their first Game 7 at home in their first time in their entire history. The Dodgers are looking to win their first title since 1988, while the Astros are looking to win their first title in general. Tonight should not only be an exciting night for baseball fans and Dodger fans, but for the sports community and as a whole. This has been Jason Garline, back to Aaliyah for sports.
Thank you so much, Jason, and let's wish the best for our Dodgers tonight. Now on to our Lakers. The Lakers took the Detroit Pistons on last night at Staples Center The Pistols are set to play 3 games in the West Coast this week. So far, they have defeated the Clippers and the Warriors, but their wins came to an end last night when they took on the Lakers. Last year, the Lakers had finished as the worst defensive team in NBA, but things are looking up. The Lakers played an amazing defense throughout the game. In fact, it took the Pistols almost 3.5 quarters to shoot their first free throw. The Lakers continued to lead the entire game pretty comfortably and enjoyed a 113-93 win against the Detroit Pistons. Well, that's pretty much it for sports this week. Thank you so much for joining me. Now back to our anchors at the desk.
Well, it seems to be a good day in LA. Thank you, Aaliyah. She's been quite busy this week and now brings us to look at the Begovich Art Gallery showcasing The Dead, a series of eerie photographs. Aaliyah Becerra has more on the event.
Cal State Fullerton's Begovich Gallery is showcasing some pretty captivating pieces this fall season. The Dead is a collection of photographs by Canadian photographer Jack Berman, and this gallery showcases everything from preserved people to skeletons. Jacqueline Bungie is the museum's curator.
Usually we have 3 exhibitions a year, and they vary from solo shows, group shows, theme shows.
While in graduate school, Bungie wrote her thesis on postmortem photography and wanted to continue to share this style with the gallery's visitors.
I had done a historical exhibition on postmortem photography, and I wanted to do a contemporary exhibition on postmortem photography.
While researching her thesis, she came across Berman's work and decided to feature 21 large-scale photographs that have been published in Berman's books, The Dead, Volume 1 and 2.
I see these, and I know Jack sees these as more contemplative, and that's what I hope people would take from these, is to sort of ruminate on the images and sort of contemplate on what the images really represent and the detail and sort of the obsessive nature of how highly detailed the prints are.
If you're interested in checking out any of this artwork, be sure to stop by 12 to 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday, as well as Saturday. Reporting from Cal State Fullerton's Begovich Gallery, I'm Aaliyah Becerra with OC News.
It's finally starting to feel a lot more like fall, and it's November 1st. So here we have Scarlett Lobo with weather.
Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday, first day of November, and we are right now in Fullerton at 69 degrees with humidity of 56%. Our low today is going to be 59. The sunrise was at 7:12 a.m. and the sunset is going to be at 5:59 p.m. Let's take a look at the rest of the weather for this week. As we can see, the temperatures are going to be more fall season-like, around 68 degrees. Friday and Saturday have similar pattern with a low of 54, mostly clouded. And we're going to start next week with a very cloudy Monday. So don't forget your jackets at home. We're going to be 5 degrees lower than the higher today. Let's take a look at the weather of in the rest of the country. We start first in the West Coast with San Francisco, very sunny, 63 degrees. And we go up in the West Coast to Seattle, 53 degrees. Let's take a look to the Southwest, Houston, 80 degrees. Oklahoma City at 74 degrees, and we go to the Northeast. New York is at 53 degrees, and Boston is at 57 degrees, and we go all the way down to to Miami, where it is at 74 degrees. As we can see, the autumn was a little late, but we are starting to experience lower temperature the closer we get to the holidays. And that's all for the weather. Back to you ladies at the desk.
After the break, the latest on what is happening in the world of entertainment.
And also a look at the program aimed at helping high school students to be prepared for college education. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund Reading.
No.
Let me try. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out words.
Playing world music.
What? I give up.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
More allegations sweep Hollywood, and Snoop Dogg features Trump in his new album cover. Reporter Ksenia Targuk has more.
Thank you, ladies.
A second man has now accused Hollywood actor Kevin Spacey of sexual assault. On Monday, in a bombshell interview with BuzzFeed, Anthony Rapp, the actor, said Kevin Spacey had made some sexual advances toward him more than 30 years ago when Rapp was just 14. Spacey later took to Twitter and, with an apology, quote, "As those closest to me know, in my life I have had relationships with both men and women. I have loved and had romantic encounters with men. I want to deal with this honestly and openly, and that starts with examining my own behavior." A new allegation comes from Tony Montana, a filmmaker, has now reported that from Radar Online, alleging that drunk Spacey grabbed his groin in Los Angeles bar, The Cornet, in 2003. Spacey has yet to comment on this second allegation. Netflix and production company Media Rights Capital said in a statement that the House of Cards' forthcoming 6th season, starring Spacey, would be the last. Amid Spacey's allegations, more big Hollywood names are now also being accused of sexual assault. Director Brett Ratner has been accused of sexual misconduct by 6 women, including actress Olivia Munn and Natasha Henstridge. Country music power publicist Kurt Webster, who formerly represented singers like Dolly Parton and Kid Rock, has also been accused of sexually assaulting and drugging former client. Snoop Dogg on Instagram has posted the new cover of his brand new album. The cover appears with the title "Make America Crip Again," and this takes on Ice Cube's 1991 cover for Death Certificate. This is Snoop Dogg's second shot after he already pointed a fake gun at a Trump-like clown in his new music video. And that's a wrap for entertainment news this week. Thank you, ladies, and thank you, Titans, for watching. Back to you at the desk.
At Kelsi Fullerton, the Upward Bound program is aimed at helping high school students gain college admission and preparing for college by providing support and encouragement. Mrozek has all the details. Let's take a look.
Every fall semester, Cal State Fullerton welcomes many incoming freshmen to follow their educational dreams. The transition from high school to college may be rough on some students, but with the help of Upward Bound, a federally funded program on campus, they've been providing early exposure and activities to help succeed in high school and higher education. The program is located on the 6th floor of Linksworth Hall and ran by director Victor Rojas. With the support and guidance from the Upward Bound program, many of these incoming students are ready to face the hardships of college.
Our mission is to help their students, kind of achieve their educational dream. Part of our giving back to the community as an institution, and our commitment is, to kind of have these programs that help the community get their kids to post-secondary ed. We have a 92% college going rate.
The program works with 4 high schools in Santana, which are Santa Ana, Century, Valley High, and Saddleback. The program uses a variety of mechanisms to help gear students for college by offering SAT prep for juniors and seniors, working on college applications, helping students fill out FAFSA, tutoring done by our very own CSUF students, taking students on college field trips, and hosting an intensive summer program. The Upward Bound program is completely free and simply requires students meet the enrollment requirements and are committed. Reporting for OC News, this is Marisa Olid.
Game 7 of the World Series is almost underway and the Dodgers will go against the Astros, so good luck to the boys in blue.
We would also love for you guys to follow us on our social media networks. You can connect with us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat, all under CSUF, OC News, CSUF.
Thank you for joining us. That's going to do it for us at OC News. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you next time.
OC News is sponsored in part by Univision Communications, Southwest Airlines, and Casanova McCann.